The team requests permission to visit a remote site, never before filmed by foreigners. There, they may be able to glimpse the real faces of the Tocharians. This temple complex, carved out of sandstone cliffs, is riddled with caves where Buddhist monks made their homes.
Wow, oh, how nice. Wonderful.
It's very small.
Beautiful color.
Very small. It's 7th century.
7th century.
The walls of the caves are like mirrors, indelibly reflecting the different peoples who passed through the temple. Could they provide clues to the appearance of the Tocharians?
Yeah, with the fleshy face, right?
And look up there. You see somebody in a coffin.
Uh-huh.
You can see the musculature coming out.
And it looks to me like they're lowering the coffin into the burial. See the ropes around it, the green ropes, and they're putting it down into the burial.
The clothes they were wearing are the clothes of the local people here in Kucha at the time, and it's similar to the Iranian clothes of that period.
Oh look, you look up there. See the guy with the horse and the pointed hat? There's 3 of them on that horse. There's 3 Saka there with the pointed hats. 3 Saka nomads.
Many of the faces on the walls have Indian characteristics and caste marks. Others are plainly Europeans, painted in the style of classical Greece and Rome. There are also mounted warriors wearing trousers and boots, their bow cases slung over their saddles.
I would also like to point out the recurved bow on this individual kneeling up here. I think that's fascinating. We see a hunting scene of a man with a recurved bow shooting.
In the gloomy recesses of one of the caves, the scholars find a crucial clue to the identity of the Tocharians. Not a painting, but script. Amazingly, the Tocharian tongue is more closely related to the languages of Western Europe, with their Indo-European origin, than to those of Asia.
I think this is saying Suvarna Pushpa, which would mean gold flower, the name of the king.
More than likely, the speakers of this Western tongue were of Western provenance themselves. The puzzle is coming together. Tartan textiles, European faces, shared ritual practices, and now a close affiliation with European languages. They belong to a people related to those who lived in Eastern Europe in a region around the Urals and the Black Sea. Most of their common ancestors migrated west. The Mummy people went east through the Russian steppes to the Taklamakan. But how long did they survive here? Were the Tocharians in fact their descendants? There's no way to be sure without seeing an authentic likeness of the Tocharians. The guide knows an isolated cave with portraits of the individuals who sponsored the cave building. It's a dangerous climb, more than 100 feet above the valley floor.
Isn't that something? Up the ladders and across that ledge?
Well, that was a bit of a climb. Do you think it was well worth it? Now you've seen the...
Well, I would say so. There's some pretty impressive features in this cave. in this vaulted ceiling above us, we have a lot of Buddhas with kneeling figures beside them, and the kneeling figures look like they're Tocharians. So he's a local person, a Tocharian, but wearing elements of costume.
In a small passage at the back of the cave, Victor hits pay dirt.
We see the red beard and red hair parted in the middle. It's a distinctive style of the Tocharians. He's wearing a coat with wide lapels on both sides and then folded over. It's a shame that these figures have all been defaced by people of other faiths at some time in the past. But it's very easy to see what they looked like, and we can tell who they were.
The Tocharian figures are strikingly similar to the mummies that lived in these parts 1,000 years earlier. Victor's quest has come full circle.
The wide lapel folded back. He's got the red beard, red hair parted in the middle. This donor has blonde hair and a long nose and an Indian caste mark, which we call a tika. Mm-hmm. So he's a local person, a Tocharian, but wearing elements of costume that are Sasanian or Persian influenced, and has an Indian caste mark. So we see it's a combination of various traits which the Tocharians have adopted. By about the 10th century, the Tocharians had almost disappeared from the stage of history. We don't find any more documents written Tocharian, and also we don't have any references to them in historical texts after that period. I suspect that what happened to them is that they were primarily absorbed by the Turkic peoples who were moving into this area and replacing them. I believe that the legacy of the earliest inhabitants of the Tarim Basin survive in the current modern populations. We can sometimes see individuals with blonde hair, with light eyes, a very fair skin. And where did they come from? I think these are the vestiges of the ancient peoples. They now believe that they're Uyghurs or Tajiks or some other group, but in my estimation, these are just carrying on the old Tocharian influence.
People long dead and neglected have emerged to reclaim their place in history and radically change our view of a critical time. Inhabitants of the Taklamakan Desert, ethnically European people, breached China's fabled isolation 1,000 years earlier than previously thought. Laying the foundation for the Great Silk Road, the Mummy people shaped the very future of civilization. The mummies are a unique and irreplaceable treasure. Though we now understand something of their role in history, scientific examination of their bodies will doubtless yield invaluable insights. But inadequate conservation imperils the mummy's condition. No one knows how long before these ancient mortals disintegrate and crumble into dust, anonymous and evanescent as the drifting sands.
This program or to find out more about NOVA, visit NOVA's website at pbs.org or America Online keyword PBS. To order this show or any other Nova program for $19.95 plus shipping and handling, call WGBH Boston Video at 1-800-255-9424.
Next time on Nova.
You're not in a safe room or basement, you're probably going to be history.
Can a daring new breed of storm chasers finally predict nature's deadliest phenomenon?
There's the tornado. Looks nice.
Oh yeah.
PBS presents Nova, Hunt for the Super Twister.
Nova is a production of WGBH Boston. Major funding for Nova is provided by the Park Foundation, dedicated to education and quality television.